Hey Heather, how you doing? So throughout the weeks, you've heard me say several times in the class how important it is for students to leave a little written rationale or kind of reaction to their experience with the assignment so far. And this is certainly no exception. It's so important for students to allow we instructors a little insight on your methodology and your concept development here in any not just this class, any project. Let me give you an example. What the information you've included here, I never would have got if I just would have gone straight and looked at the work. So by including this information, it's pointing to an issue, and I think I can adjust or rectify this issue um, quite simply based on the information you've given. Okay, so keep that up always in this class and all classes. Whenever you submit a work, give a good written description of your observations and your experience that you had gained throughout the assignment preparation of the assignment. Okay, so what I'm seeing here is you say I wasn't sure how to realign my image before it was automatically cropped to the web banner size. So basically, you can realign the image, and that's covered in the announcement. So if you jump over to the announcements and you go way down to week 5, this is welcome to week 5. It's a milestone week. Go way down to that announcement right here. How to create your banner ad from your magazine ad. This shows you how to crop and move. So once you set that crop tool to 1280 by 300 to 150 ppi, you'll see the crop over the image, but in the background you'll see the whole image. So you can move the image within the crop area to define the area that will be cropped. You see what I'm saying? So if you have a file size this big, the magazine, and your crop is this big, you can take that crop and move it around the magazine to find the most suitable positioning for the crop. One thing that you will be limited is the width of the image itself. So I just want to know that I want you to know that it is indeed possible to control the crop of the background image. That said, I'm going to go ahead and open this image, and right now it's a little bit large in the window. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tear that away, and I'm just going to reduce the size of this screen so we can get that banner ad to fit in the window. There we go. That's beautiful. Okay, so what do we have here? Now I'm taking a look at this, and I'm seeing everything looks really good so far. The one thing I don't see here is placement of the masked image from assignment 2-1. Remember, that's required. Another thing that we don't have here is the location. You don't have to include the entire contact information, but located in U.S. Virgin Islands or St. Thomas, U.S. Virgin Islands. It says a lot about it. It really could be the difference as to whether a viewer will click this or not. There's a big difference between looking at an ad from Florida and something in a more exotic portion of the world. So you definitely want to include the location. And as I said, you could just say located in beautiful U.S. Virgin Islands, somewhere in the ad. Okay, now also another requirement, I'm going to jump back to that course announcement. And if we go back to week 5, we can see that there are some right here. These are all the things that are required to be placed in the ad. So we can clearly see that you're not supposed to animate anything but the call to action. Also, we have include the masked image from assignment 2-1, animate only to call to action, etc., etc. Here's your information on the contact information. So really everything here is laid out for you. So you want to employ all of those in the magazine ad. Now, as far as the mechanics itself goes, right now I think that you want to be really succinct in your presentation of the verbiage in a web banner ad. You don't have the real estate that you can use. That's why we often see truncated versions of the headline and the subhead. Right now, I say that because I think this spend time reconnecting, etc., is too long for a subhead. You say for couples who play, that's great, and then you could just say spend time reconnecting, and then an ellipsis. So then you can come down here to, and then I would also reduce the size of that, eliminate the number of words in that promotional offering as soon as I would just say free dinner and spa discounts available or something like that. Just remember, just really condensed version of the type that you've used. So in the magazine. So you have headline, you have subhead here, then you have that little button. That's the only thing. And I would only bring that out to about here or so. Okay, instead of spanning all that way. And then you may consider placing that in a different areas, that animation. And only that is animated. The rest stays the same. And then so decide where you want to put that, so you can maybe even leave it right there, but you're going to need to insert that masked image somewhere as well as the location. Okay, those are my recommendations. And if you want to take care of those and resubmit, that's great. I'll be glad to provide further critique. If you do resubmit, be sure to include your magazine ad along with this web banner so we can get a good look at the two to determine how the consistency and cohesion is within the advertising campaign. All right, so again, any questions at all, please let me know. And I'd like to see those changes reflected in the banner ad and for the final submission, which is coming up next week in week 7. All right, questions, comments, concerns, please let me know. I'll be glad to clarify anything that needs to be cleared up for you. Thank you very much.